Is first class train travel worth it? This is Eurostar, and today we'll be trying out their first class product to see if European high-speed train travel in first class is worth it, or if you should save your money and travel in standard class instead. Our journey today begins outside of Brussels Midi or Brussels-Zuid station. This is Belgium's second busiest railway station and the country's main international train travel hub. Today, we'll be starting our Eurostar journey, and that also means because we are traveling in Eurostar Premier Class, we get to access the Eurostar Lounge. The lounge is located on the south side of station, on the western side. Please note there is no platform access from the lounge. The lounge itself is pretty nice. While small, it still does have enough seating, and it's a nice place to relax or get work done. In terms of food and drink options, it did leave a lot to be desired, unfortunately. Considering this is a first-class lounge and passengers who are traveling in premier class paid a lot of extra money to travel in a higher class of service, I would have appreciated to see more food than just some light snacks and pieces of bread. Once again, not many food options and a really small selection of drinks should not be in a first-class lounge. There should be more. But anyways, besides the food and drink options, there are TV monitors throughout the lounge displaying all upcoming train departures. The lounge also does have magazines for people to read who are interested. Overall, the environment in this lounge is very relaxing and nice. After spending about 2 hours in the lounge, it was time to head over to the main station as it was about 30 minutes prior to our departure. Heading inside Brussels-Zuid station, one of the first things someone will notice is how incredibly busy this train station is. That is why being able to access a lounge can be a benefit for certain passengers, as some people do not like busy train stations very much, and Brussels-Zuid is one of them. Up on the board, we can see our train 9338, departing from platform B at 12:43. So it's time to head up to the platform, where off in the distance you can see our Eurostar train waiting for us. And here she is, our train which used to operate for Thales, which is going to take us the 1.5 hour journey down to Paris. Also, we get to travel in car number 1, which is the premier class car, though when traveling to Paris, the car falls at the back of the train. But anyways, stepping on board our premier class car, we can see just how red it is inside. Because this train used to operate for Thales, the red brand has been kept along with these trains. Premier class is configured in a 1-2 configuration, with some seats forward facing and others reverse facing depending on direction of travel. Today I'll be in seat 76, my home for the next 1.5 hours. One of the things you'll first notice with these seats is how they are not different from standard or plus class, and they are the exact same seats. So if you're hoping for a better seat, unfortunately you won't get one. Anyways, beginning with our seat tour, you will first find this small fold-out table. There is also the much larger tray table, which has good space for you to eat or get work done, and also has a cup roof for your drinks. There is also this small light above the tray table, which allows you to have a little light in your own area. There is also a coat hook to the left of the seat. Below, you'll find the footrest, which is something that you will not find in standard class. There are the power outlets below, with there being one European plug for each passenger, as well as 2 USB ports. The trash can is also down there. There is also a seat back pocket. Above, you'll find enough space to store any backpacks, small roller bags, and personal items which you bought on board the train with you. As you can see on the right side of the car, the seats are in a 1 configuration, so they are single seats. So if you're a business traveler or a solo traveler, then that is where you can sit. The windows on board are large and they have window shades, though today they were a little bit dirty. And of course, we're going to keep the window shade open. And before we knew it, we were already departing Brussels, marking the start of our 1.5 hour train journey down to Paris. The first 10 minutes outside of Brussels-Zuid station are slow as our train begins heading south out of the city towards the first high-speed line of our journey, HSL1, which is a high-speed line connecting the southern Brussels suburbs with the French border. It's about 15 minutes to get to the high-speed line, but once we reach it, our conductor pushes the power forward and our train begins accelerating up to its top speed of 186 miles per hour or 300 kilometers per hour. Traveling on a high-speed train is always such a fun experience, especially as an American. Getting to travel at 186 miles per hour on board a train will never fail to amaze me how incredible high-speed train technology really is. But now, it's about time for the service to begin, so the train crew hands out these cold, refreshing towels, as well as the onboard menu. One of the things you'll notice in the onboard menu is that there are not that many options. You have one appetizer option, 2 main courses, a cheese plate option, as well as 1 dessert option, and the alcoholic beverages menu. While not a substantial menu, it is enough for the short couple to few hour journeys these high-speed trains make across Western Europe. For today's meal option, I went for the duck breast with horseradish cream with dill, curried potato remoulade, and sweet and sour green beans. There was also a vegetarian option. The meal did taste pretty good, though it was served cold. I do wish it was served warm. It was also served alongside a bread roll, as well as a little cheese plate and a little cake for dessert. And overall, the meal was pretty good. Now is also a good time to check out the restrooms on board. The restroom on board was clean and remained well kept throughout the journey. There are also larger wheelchair-accessible bathrooms for passengers with reduced mobility. So overall, the restroom facilities are good. Outside, our train has now entered France, the second country on today's journey. Also, if you are enjoying this video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's totally free and it really helps support the work on my channel. Now is a good time to enjoy the high speed we are traveling at as we zoom across the French countryside. Is a good time to take a walk through the train as we are flying south. Plus class is configured in a 1-2 configuration as well, and as seen here, standard class is configured in a 2-2 configuration. The cafe car is located in car number 8 right in the middle of the train and is open to all passengers. One thing I also forgot to mention is that the whole train has free Wi-Fi for everyone. The cafe car has a good selection of light snacks and drinks for passengers to choose from. Also, if you are traveling in standard class and in plus class on some train journeys, you do not get a meal service, so the cafe car is a good place to grab a bite to eat while on board. In just the blink of an eye, the weather has completely transformed outside, going from the sunny French countryside to the cloudy French countryside. Also, one of my favorite parts about traveling on board a high-speed train, besides of course the high speed, is getting to pass another train. For example, take a look as this other high-speed train passes us. It's there, and then in just a few seconds, it's gone again. One of the multiple ways you can tell how fast you're traveling on board. After about 1 hour of high-speed cruising, our train conductor applies the brakes and slows our train down as we are now entering Paris, the largest city in France and the capital. Also, prior to our arrival at Gare du Nord station, the train crew hands out these biscuits. Outside, the landscape goes from suburban to urban, And eventually, after an hour and a half, we pull into Paris Gare du Nord station. This is the busiest train station in Europe with over 200 million passengers passing through the station annually. And now we can step off the train. And also now it's time to answer the question, is first class on board a European high-speed train worth it? Well, it depends. If you are looking for extra space on board, then yes, I would say it is worth it. But if you don't really care about space and you just want to get from point A to point B for as cheapest as possible, then just go with standard class because really it's not that different. And also, Wi-Fi is offered in all classes on the train. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to smash the subscribe button. Once again, it's totally free and it really helps support the work on my channel. If you're interested in seeing another Eurostar journey, check out this video on the screen where I traveled in Eurostar standard class so you can see what it's like. Anyways, thanks for watching and as always, safe travels. Take care.